Well, our chief correspondent, Kaveh Solokul, is here. Good afternoon to you, Kaveh. So, Chelsea have gone for Xabi Alonso, but why?
Because I think he was the outstanding candidate. Chelsea had a short list of around 4, 5, 6 names. They spoke to a lot of the candidates, but you have to say, with all due respect to the other candidates, that Xabi Alonso is the man with the best CV, not just as a player, but also as a manager. When it comes to his playing career, what he achieved at Liverpool, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, the fact that he won the World Cup and the Euros with Spain as well. He is an incredible character. We've been told that he has very high emotional intelligence. He's somebody who's got an aura about him. I think he's actually the kind of manager who Roman Abramovich would have appointed as Chelsea manager. Because, you hear a lot from Chelsea fans these days saying things have changed. Chelsea's not the club that it used to be under Roman. Under Roman, we used to go out and get the best. I think that's what they've done here. They don't want to experiment. They want somebody who has proven success as a player and a manager. And he has that, of course, at Bayer Leverkusen, winning the double. Leverkusen winning the title for the first time, being invincible in the season. And at Real Madrid, he won 24 out of his 34 games. His win percentage was something like 70%. He lost his job because of problems in the dressing room, because he clashed with some of the big egos in the Real Madrid dressing room, and ultimately the Real Madrid president backed the players and not the manager. I think going forward, Chelsea's dressing room can be difficult to manage.
There's big egos there as well, no?
Yeah, but not like Real Madrid.
Okay.
Not like Real Madrid. And also, I think those big egos at Chelsea will fall into line as soon as Xabi Alonso enters the building, because they'll look at him and they will immediately respect him and do exactly what he says. And also, they will know that the Chelsea ownership will always back Xabi Alonso because he is their man. And that's why they've given him a 4-year contract.
And how important was it that the ownership acted quickly and decisively as they've done here with Alonso? Because there's quite a few other clubs looking for managers as well.
I know, because, if you're into conspiracy theories, you could say, what's going on here? Why is it being announced before the end of the season? Why is it being announced within sort of hours of Chelsea losing the FA Cup final? Is there some media management going on? Is this about trying to get some good PR, change the narrative, don't focus too much on the fact that Chelsea have had a terrible season? Also, is it something to do with Liverpool? Liverpool in the background, maybe looking for a new manager. We all know that Arne Slot's still got a year left on his contract. He's come out and said he has every reason to believe that he's going to be in charge next season. So if you're a conspiracy theorist, you're thinking, have Chelsea moved really, really quickly to try and stop anybody else getting Xabi Alonso? That is a theory. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think what's happened is that Chelsea have been speaking to Xabi Alonso for a couple of weeks. They've had multiple meetings with him and his representatives just to make sure that everybody is on the same page. Look, to be honest with you, if I was Xabi Alonso's agent, of course, I'd do my job. I would be talking to other people, making sure that, other opportunities, what's the best I can do for my client. But the thing is, he can only accept the jobs that he's offered. And there's no job available at Liverpool at the moment. I know a lot of Liverpool fans would like him back, but he wasn't offered that job. There is no job. Arne Slot is the Liverpool manager.
I wonder how bothered he might be if Alonso, next season they don't get Champions League football, but perhaps that's one to ask him in the future. And we did notice he's been labelled as manager, not head coach like his predecessors. Is that just semantics, or is there something to read into?
No, I think it's important.
Okay.
I think if you ask most managers, head coaches, what they would prefer, they would say, I prefer to be the manager, because manager gives you more authority. And I think Xabi Alonso will have more authority than a head coach at Chelsea. Interestingly, we've been told that it was Chelsea's idea to give him that title. He didn't ask for it. But certainly you are right. He will have more authority, more input into all aspects of the running of the club. And I think Chelsea, just in the conversations they've had with him, they have realised that he has the personality and the character and the aura to be a manager and not just a head coach. And I think that's music to the ears of Chelsea fans, because what Chelsea fans will be saying is, we want a manager. We don't want a head coach. We don't want a yes man. We want somebody who is going to absolutely rule the club and rule the dressing room. I don't think that's going to be the case with Xabi Alonso, because he still has to fit into the structure.
Of course.
But I would agree with you. I think he will have more of a say, more input than quite a lot of his predecessors.
OK, it's a stroke of positivity there then for Chelsea fans after that defeat yesterday. Kaveh, for the moment, thank you very much. Kaveh Sodoko, our chief correspondent. OK, let's continue to get more reaction to this then. And we'll speak to a Chelsea supporter now, Charlie Patrick. Good afternoon to you, Charlie. Good to see you. What do you make of this appointment then? Happy news for you this afternoon.
Yeah, some well overdue, welcome, good news at Chelsea in what's been a very, very difficult season, a difficult, really, 3 or 4 years under this ownership. And look, I have to be honest, I doubted the club's ability to be able to pull off an appointment like this to get the best possible manager out there. Perhaps shows a bit of a change in tack, perhaps shows that maybe, at least in theory, some lessons have been learned from a number of mistakes that have been made over the last 3 or 4 years. But this is certainly, for me, the most elite appointment that we've made under Blueco, and it's probably the best decision that this ownership have actually made in the 4 years they've been at the football club. So yeah, absolutely delighted with it.